radio! Here's a 60-minute minute, and I mean, let's be honest here.
Hello,
so,
Mr. Whiskers. Who's a
not talking about how long his naps are.
Juliana,
So,
Mr. Whiskers
here it
died
is.
last month. This is Scruffy. Remember?
Oh, of course. Silly me.
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that.
No, it's not that. I've just caught another cold. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Oh, God. Not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What would you even
Look,
know? Hello, detective. Did you have a question about the hate?
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Juliana Riggs, heiress to the Riggs fortune and wife of Bert Riggs. I'm not sure what else you expected, Detective.
Maybe later.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
First of all, I am a doctor.
Yes, but not a real
Hello
doctor.
again.
Robotics
Did you
is an
need-
actual medical degree.
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Have you noticed Juliana acting strangely lately?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. I'm not sure what else to say, really. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and the reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still... Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Robo-brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Maybe later.
Very well, I'll just get back to my work then. Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now why don't you just wander off and play in your lab? Mr. Scruffy and I are going to rewrite the will. So he will get everything I died because horrible Bert didn't believe me.
Oh, God, Juliana.
Have fun,
Whatever.
dear.
I'm going to the lab.
Well now, if it isn't the brave detective. I haven't seen someone with a body like that in far, far too long.
You're not so bad yourself.
You should have seen me before all this. Red hair that was the envy of every girl and legs for days, darling. I'm sure you'd rather hear some of my stories from the silver screen rather than talk about that nasty murder business.
I must say, you're quite the actress.
What can I say? It just comes naturally. Care to hear some of my stories, detective?
Have you ever done radio? Your voice is quite enchanting.
Well, darling, play your cards right, and maybe I'll whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
I must say, I've known flesh and blood girls who aren't half the woman you are.
Keep it up, Tiger, and we'll find out if you can handle how much woman I am. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
Why don't we grab a bottle of wine and go watch the sunset?
You're sweet, detective, but it wouldn't be fair to Keith. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
Tell me something.
Sure, darling. What did you need?
Apparently, Juliana had a big argument with Ezra a few days before he died. Did you happen to overhear any of the conversation?
Oh, yes. I haven't seen a woman go off like that since Teresa Dubois fired her costume designer. But to get back to your question, it was fever pitch, detective. She had apparently gone to the overseer's office to check on the state of things and found it in horrible disrepair. But, and this is where it gets interesting, it sounded like she found something that really set her off.
I guess it was
You know what,
some
though? Did you need something else?
lots of guns or whatever.
I found Keith's baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Any thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra. Did you need something else?
Specific.
I've gotten the impression you've had an affair with Santiago.
Look, I love Keith, I do. But sometimes he just can't give me the attention I need.
Coming out of it all right.
A girl gets lonely, detective. It only lasted a few dozen years. The man's a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
Tell me about yourself.
My favorite subject. Simply put, darling, I'm the greatest actress in the world. When this international scuffle blows over, I shall return to the silver screen and lead the world to a new golden age of cinema. Did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds. Said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
Maybe later.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention. Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
There we go.
Something from before the war, looks like.
Protect and serve.
Heard about the experiments they did in places like this. Human decency must have been in short supply back then.
Progress on construction of the second... Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors. Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received... Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective. Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
If I'm gonna let you go, I want a cut of what you've stolen.
Not a chance, Detective. I've invested far too much time into this. If I'm leaving, I'm taking everything with me. What's it going to be, Detective? Join me in getting rich, or die defending some outdated ideals?
Ezra? You're alive.
Well, congratulations on catching up, Detective. Yes, I've been masquerading as Juliana for some time now. Well, how is this going to go down?
Why did you kill Juliana?
I hadn't planned on it, but Juliana figured out what I was doing and had to be dealt with swiftly. I thought I could get a bit more money out of this place before making my escape.
Well, how is this going to go down?
Not a chance. Your murder spree stops here.
Then let us end this.
It's you or me! And it ain't gonna be me!
And it's 30 and barely. Take cover.
someone else.
I found the killer.
It was Ezra. He killed Juliana and took her place to hide his tracks.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
He attacked me, but it's over now. Your residents are safe.
There you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. I don't think we could have done it without you.
Something sounded exciting, Detective. Something sounded exciting, Detective.
Protect and serve. Protect and serve.
Hello there!
Undecided by Ella Fitzgerald. I know this feeling, Ella. I know the feeling.
Sir?
If you're the kind of person who is tired of living in Diamond City and you maybe want a adventure or something, I guess.
I wiped out the feral ghouls at the campground.
The hero of our saga returns triumphant. Ha ha! I bet the island didn't see that coming. It's only right you get paid for your troubles. Here's 200 caps for you.
I wasn't looking to get paid. I'm just happy to help you out.
You're a good person. I can see that. I've been thinking about what's next, and then it came to me. We all love our grandparents, don't we? Kind, gentle, doting, love to spoil you. You'd never want something awful to happen to them. Nobody would. That's why it broke my heart when I lost Grandpa George.
What happened to him?
He had a farm a little ways north of here. Lived a peaceful life, working the land and not causing anyone trouble. The island sent something after him. A huge monster, mean as spit, and with claws to snap steel beams. A fog crawler. Grandpa bravely stood his ground, a shotgun in his hands, holding off that terror while the farmhands fled back here. If we can take out that shell-backed devil, it'll send a message loud and clear that says the Daltons never forget when they've been wronged.
Where can I find this farm?
Follow the coastline to the north.
That fog crawler's gonna pay. For Grandpa George.
That's the spirit.
Good luck then with, the whole...
A lot of them.
And in other news, it sounds like maybe the... Not other news, it's actually the same news. The Minutemen were involved in this. The Minutemen. I thought they were kind of done for. It sounds kind of crazy. It doesn't. And if it were real, it would be super dangerous, I bet. When someone named Big Maybell says there's a whole lot of shaking going on, well, you can probably believe. I mean, it's fair to say that's probably accurate. She's tremulous.
Someone there? I'm hearing stuff. I hear something. What? What was that? I can hear you. gonna eat your legs when you're dead, human!
Drinking a toast to your war.
Got it.
sounds like the Brotherhood of Steel is they're still around in the Commonwealth. I mean, I guess there was some sort of fight, like lots of guns or whatever at the Architect building. Some people, not me, just some other people who were totally different, were wondering if they were looking for something specific. That makes sense, right? They like technology, or gadgets, and stuff, so it just seems like it's... I guess they were seen coming out of it already, so... Do you know someone who gambles? Then maybe this will make you laugh. Or...
I see it! Yes! Let the blood flow! Thought this would be easy, did you?
No sense turning your nose up at something that might be useful.
Hope you choke on your own blood, you bastard!
I'd say it's time for a drink.
That was, Bing Crosby. Yep.
Trying to
The kind of
stop
person
for a
who
drink,
is,
yeah?
tired of living in Diamond City, and you maybe want a adventure or something? Yes, you have a new option. Of, sanctuary, as I guess. Good luck to them with, you know, the whole...
Count the ammo.
It sounds like maybe the... None of the news, it's actually the same news. The, Minutemen were involved in this. That's the Minutemen. I thought they were kind of done for. It sounds kind of crazy, if you ask me. And if it were real, it would be super dangerous, I bet. Next is, One More Tomorrow by Frankie Carl. It's, well, it's nice. A little sappy. But, I mean, that's okay.
That's the last we'll see of him. I'm too damn sober for this.
Fresh. What was that?
open hill. We're just getting warmed up. Quit your hype. Well then, what's next? No choice. No gun. Hold up.
I've been casing those ghouls for weeks, waiting for an opening. And you dive in and choppy chop, bang bang, and the whole lot of them dead. You even know what you got right there? A premium set of Pellman's power tools.
What's the big deal about these tools?
Pellman's pumps out more foot-pounds of torque than a Deathclaw and Psycho. And before Paulie ran off, he kept those tools shiny. Nothing like them on this island. Period.
I remember commercials for Pellman's tools. Expensive stuff, the top of the line.
What the hell's a commercial? Wait, it don't matter. Oh, Mariner sent you, didn't she? Goddamn Mitch and his big mouth. No matter what she's offering, it's nothing. Serious builders would give an arm for them tools. I'll pay you 2,000 caps right here, right now. Deal?
Why do you need the tools so much?
I got my own special projects. For the caps I'm paying, that's all you need to know.
I'll pass on the offer.
I ain't hanging around forever. Walk away from this, and you'll regret it.
Coming to you from, the jeweled green, the green, the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. It's Diamond City Radio.
You been to the tannery? Did you find my tools yet?
Can you tell me about the tannery?
A man named Paulie used to camp there. Very handy fellow. Fog rolled in a year back, and he had to pull up his stake. He left the harbor recently, so everything that's there is fair salvage.
Here are your tools.
A fair bit of luck running into you. Here's your reward. Well earned. And now to work on the hull.
Guns, ammo, and souvenirs. And one on stock.
Fresh. All your
Mariner.
All manner of good I can do with those tools.